Hello, my name is John, and today we'll be reading If a Trump Supporter Had Shot a Democratic Congressman by Dennis Prager on Townhall, posted June 20th, 2017. Dennis Prager is a voice of righteousness speaking out, not only to America but to the world, and opposing secular humanism, a God-denying ideology which voids traditional values. What would have happened if a Trump supporter had shot a Democratic congressman and other Democratic Washington officials? The answer is obvious. The New York Times, the rest of the left-wing media, and the Democratic Party would have made the shootings the dominant issue in American life. It is not possible to understand the left, and therefore the media and the current state of American life, without understanding how the left uses and relies on hysteria. Hysteria is to the left as oxygen is to biological life. From the moment Donald Trump was elected president, America has been drowning in left-wing hysteria, all fomented by the media and the Democratic Party. The charge of Russian collusion with the Trump campaign is hysteria. The claim that the president engaged in obstruction of justice is hysteria. As I have pointed out, the charge of Trump's election unleashing hate and anti-Semitism, which dominated American media for months, was hysteria. If Democrats had been shot by a Trump supporter, all you would be hearing and reading about is how much hate the Trump election has unleashed in America. Now his election is threatening our democracy, and how he is unleashing fascism. But it was not a Trump supporter who attempted to murder a Democratic congressman, Capitol Police officers, a House GOP aide, and a lobbyist. It was a Trump-hating leftist who attempted to murder a Republican congressman and other Republican officials. And for that reason, what should have been the dominant issue in America today is already a non-issue. The shooting took place on Wednesday. On Friday, the only article about it in the New York Times front page was about the harmony engulfing Democrats and Republicans in the wake of the shooting. By Saturday, there was nothing about the shooting on the front page. The harmony issue is worth noting. As sure as the sun rises in the east, had a Trump-supporting fanatic shot Democratic officials, the Democrats would not have said a word about the need for harmony or the need to lower the temperature in American political discourse. On the contrary, they would have greatly raised the temperature of their already blistering rhetoric. They would have attributed the shooting entirely to Trump's hateful rhetoric, having permeated conservative and Republican America. But it was a leftist who attempted to slaughter Republicans. So it was Republicans who had to respond, and they did so by calling for harmony and lowering the temperature of political differences. In other words, Republicans reacted with complete conciliation, whereas the Democrats and their media would have gone ballistic against the right. Now, why is that? One reason is that Republicans have accepted the post-shooting narrative of there being some sort of moral equivalence between right-wing and left-wing hate. That they have reinforces my belief that the great majority of Republicans and conservatives, whether in politics or in the media, do not appreciate how rotten the left is. The left, not traditional liberals. Many really believe that calls for harmony and unity with Democrats and the left are meaningful. But the only reasons Democrats talked about harmony for a few days after the shooting was one of theirs was the shooter. Even during the 3-day harmony period, the left was busy furthering the falsehood that there is quantitative and qualitative equivalence between right-wing and left-wing hate. As evidence, the New York Times editorial said, "Was this attack evidence of how vicious American politics has become?" probably. In 2011, Jared Lee Loughner opened fire in a supermarket parking lot, grievously wounded Representative Gaffe Giffords and killing 6 people, including a 9-year-old girl. At the time, we and others were sharply critical of the heated political rhetoric on the right. Before the shooting, Sarah Palin's Political Action Committee circulated a map that showed the targeted electoral districts of Miss Giffords and 19 other Democrats under stylized crosshairs. A Republican putting crosshairs on vulnerable Democrat districts is the worst the Times could come up with. And that is apparently equivalent to all the hate directed at President Trump, calling opposition to him resistance, as if Democrats were the French resistance and Trump were a Nazi. Kathy Griffin holding President Trump's mock severed head with blood gushing out. Stephen Colbert saying on his TV show that Trump's mouth would make a good C holster for Russian President Vladimir Putin, and so much more unprecedented hate. The difference between what has happened after these shootings and what would have happened had a right-winger shot Democratic officials is, in a nutshell, the moral difference between the left and the right, and between Democrats and Republicans. This video is a production of the School of the White Crane. My name is John Brooker, and you could communicate with me through commentary on this video or through my Gmail listed here. Please share this video with family and friends and on social media. May God richly bless you.